Hello everyone, my name's Kyle, and welcome to the We Deleted You iceberg. If you don't know what We Deleted You is a creepypasta made by a user on YouTube named iceberg. The creepypasta was made back in 2017 and has over 1 million views as of the making of this video, which then garnered it to give both a remaster and an animatic. The remaster being made August 8th, 2018, and the animatic being made December 6th, 2020. I'm going to give credit to the user at lmaoo on Twitter for making the iceberg photo. You should go follow them. They make cool art and stuff, you know? Anyways, without further ado, let's get to layer 1. Henry can cook well. This is referring to a drawing by the mask Chris with Austin Sanders and Henry Morris cooking in a kitchen, but Austin burns his food while Henry actually makes a great meal. So yeah, Henry is actually a good cook. System Overload. System Overload is a We Deleted You AU created by the user named Anthem Overload. But there's like a lot of allegations surrounding Anthem, making him a bad person. I don't want to explain it, but you can go ahead and look up why he's a horrible person after the video. But yeah, Me Funkin' vs. Edelud. Me Funkin' vs. Edelud is a Friday Night Funkin' mod created by, you guessed it, the mask Chris. And yeah, that just probably explains it because it's literally in the name, Me Funkin' vs. Edelud. Bananawood. Bananawood is a somewhat running gag in the We Deleted You fandom, where Edelud dresses up as a banana, and well, that's it. He just dresses as a banana and stuff like that. That was like a running We Deleted You gag back in like 2021-ish. I don't remember. Sam the Psychopath. Sam the Psychopath is what William calls Samantha Coleman in Sam's Story Part 1. The only reason why Will calls Sam that is because you can't come up with any better shitty insults. It's like, you know, piss Sam off. But yeah, that was all that entry was. Sam and Edelud are best friends. This entry is referring to how Sam and Edelud become friends in Sam's Story Part 1 because Edelud pleads with Sam not to delete him because of how Kyle deleted him when he was younger back then. So yeah, that's what that entry was also referring to. Ruler of that world. I think this entry was referring to the fact that Austin doesn't like people and refers to the world as his. So yeah, but if it does refer to the fact that Austin hates people, then yeah, that should count as something We Deleted You related. Austin treats kids well. It's apparently canon that Austin has a soft spot for kids, not in a pedophilic way, but just in like a whole son-father way, you know? But yeah. William appears in animatics only. I think this does refer to the fact that William will only appear in animatics and nothing else We Deleted You related, like outside of the animatic. But yeah, that's all I have for it. Plush Edelud. Plush Edelud, or the Edelud plushie, is something that was made by the mask Chris. I don't know if you count that as something the mask Chris made, but yeah. It's a plushie. It's just an Edelud plushie, like an average Edelud plushie, you know? But apparently people have also been asking, like, other companies to make the Edelud plushie again because they want it and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's all I have for that, too. The original creepypasta and its creator. Like I said in the beginning, Icy Pie made the creepypasta back in 2017. That's all I need to say. Alright, now that I have layer 1 done, let's get to layer 2. Austin's a sociopath. This entry is referring to, like I said, how Austin hates people and hates the world entirely and thinks the world is also his. And he's gone to multiple therapists when he was younger, and most of his therapists have said and stated that he is a sociopath. So that's what the entry was referring to. Diagoraphobia. Diagoraphobia is the fear of being deleted. It's a fear of Edelud's because he talks to Kyle about how me's get deleted. And if they do get deleted, they go to the hallway and wait there until their inevitable, you know, demise and death. Edelud's name backwards. Edelud's name backwards is delete. The only reason why I think the entry is on here, my guess is because of how Henry makes Edelud, and one of the employees points that out and says how Edelud is delete backwards and all the other things like that. So yeah. First appearance in Starlight Mayhem. In the first part of Starlight Mayhem, you can see in like the background slash the audience that there's like, you know, noticeable FNF characters like Carol, Witty, and there's also Edeled and Austin in there. I think Sam is also there too. It could either be Sam or that's Henry. I don't know. But I think that's what the entry was referring to. The hidden song is Bananalet in System Overload. This entry is referring to the hidden song called Bananalet in System Overload, where you have to type in the word Bananalet to get the secret song with that of the same name. But yeah, that's what the entry is referring to. Austin's soul is in the corrupted me. This is referring to how Austin makes the corrupted me in this 3D program, and like he possesses him and stuff. But yeah, that's all I have for that. Electroshock therapy. Electroshock therapy, also known as electroconvulsive therapy, or ECT for short, is a type of therapy that allows sending electric currents through the brain, which is something CM does to Edelud when he uses the electric chair on him, and it like makes him lose his memory and forget to come back to the me channel like whenever he gets deleted. A place called the hallway. The hallway counts as like a hospital for me's who get deleted, because like whenever you delete a me, they get hurt to the point where it actually gives them like intense pain, and they're put on life monitors and stuff like that until they actually do die. So yeah, now that I have layer 2 done, let's get on to layer 3. Is Henry an alcoholic? It has to be canon, because you know how Henry dies while drinking beer and getting electrocuted while making Edelud? Yeah, he should count as like what, an alcoholic? Because it is canonically canon that he's also schizophrenic too. But yeah. The server room. Oh boy. The server room is a room at Nintendo of America where it like keeps all the data and stuff created. If you didn't know, in We Luigi, which everyone should probably know, Austin dies in the server room via beheading by Henry and stuff. So yeah, if you didn't know that, now you know. It was assumed that Nathan dislikes / hates Sam. Alright, so this entry is evidenced in the Versus Edelud Reincarnate wiki, because it says in Nathan's trivia that he does hate Sam according to the game over screen for eye contact, which we haven't seen yet due to the fact that Versus Edelud Reincarnate got cancelled. Yeah, that's actually all I have for that. So yeah. Mike told Austin that Todd thinks he's the best intern he's had. This entry is referring to how good Austin is at, like, you know, anything mechanic-like, or, like, anything tech-wise, to the point where he was, like, top-ranked at Nintendo. And apparently Todd thinks he's, like, you know, best intern of them all at Nintendo. So that's what that entry was referring to. Mike and Jonathan know about the murder. This entry is referring to how both Mike and Jonathan know about Austin's death at Nintendo, even though that it was instructed by Todd for Mike to not tell anyone about Austin's death, because Mike was the first person to see his death, you know. There were wires on the corrupted me's design. Originally, there were wires on CM's design for the animatic, but apparently those were like taken off or like scrapped, I guess. And now CM doesn't have those. Either that or Chris didn't want to have them there for CM. Because apparently CM's supposed to be like robotic and stuff. But yeah, I think that's what I was referring to. The first Edelud concept art. I actually don't know what this is referring to, because I have never seen the first Edelud concept art before. Nor have I seen the original concept art for We Luigi, except for Todd's original design, and I really don't want to know why Chris decided to make him like that. Alright, layer 3 is done. Let's get to layer 4. Woohoo! Henry's father isn't a music. So when Edward talks to Sam and mentions his childhood, he also mentions that his father was abusive while his mother was sad all the time due to his father, being an asshole, an abuser, and other things like that. I think that's what that is referring to. Intentionally, there wasn't gonna be an Austin voice actor. I don't know what this means, but I guess this means that Austin wasn't going to have a voice actor and was gonna be voiced by something AI related ish, I guess. But instead, they went with a voice actor for Austin. So yeah, Austin considers the Wii U a failure. Austin considering the Wii U a failure is because of its bad marketing, it being bulky, having a confusing name, and it being heavy, I guess. This is just my guess. I don't know why he actually hates it though. Edward screams being similar to the word no. In Diagraphobia in Me Funkin' versus Edward, you can hear him scream, but it doesn't really sound like it's saying no. But if you look at the arrows on Edward's side, it does look like it's saying no. So he might be saying no or screaming it. I don't know really. In System Overload, you can see Henry for a few seconds. In the song Diagraphobia for the System Overload mod, you can see Henry for a brief second showing up while Edward's screaming. And Henry has blacked out eyes. Well, he has no eyes and he's crying blood and smiling. And I don't know really what that means. I don't know if this is something that happens to him when he dies. If so, then damn, that feels like a horrid way to die, but alright. Alright, layer 4 is done. Let's get to layer 5. Henry is engaged in self-harm. This is referring to a animation meme made by the Massacres that also has Henry self-harming himself. Well, it does have depictions of him self-harming and cutting himself. So this might or might not be canon, but I don't know. What happens to Austin? Where does he end up? After Sam deletes Austin, apparently Austin ends up in the void and stays in the void because he finds inner peace there and stuff like that, But that's all I have. Does Henry/Edela die after the console gets melted? He probably does, because there's a scene, not really a scene, but there's a photo that the Massacres didn't add after Sam's story part 6 was done. It was Henry looking down at Sam from heaven. So this probably means that Henry is now dead and in heaven. But I don't know. Todd decided to cover up Austin's murder. The only reason why Todd decides to cover up Austin's murder is because that Nintendo's built up a legacy and doesn't really want it to come crashing down. So he decides to tell Mike not to tell anyone about it, like I just said a few entries ago, and decide to tell the police that he saw and thinks Henry did it. Because, Henry is a suspicious man to Mike in his eyes, Okay, layer 5's done. Now on to layer 6. How did Kyle know Sam was the one with the game console? I don't know what this one is practically referring to, but remember how Sam tells the whole class that she's a possessed Wii and has a me that can talk now? And how Will has a class with her? Yeah, probably Will knows, and Will probably told Kyle about it. I don't know. I don't have really any evidence for it. What happened to Kyle's me after Adelaide killed him? To be honest, something tells me that Kyle's me would get deleted as well, possibly, or just end up in the hallway. I don't know, but yeah, something tells me either end up in the hallway or just get randomly deleted. What was mixed into Austin's coffee? I don't really know what to say, nor do I have any idea for it, because when I looked up what can be mixed into coffee to make someone pass out, it didn't really give me a clear definition. So I'm just gonna say I don't know for that one. Alright, layer 6 is done. Let's get to the last and final layer, layer 7. Henry's original death. Alright, I remember this one. Okay, so originally Icy Pie was gonna have Henry cut himself after he was done making Edeled, but then Icy's mom said no to that idea, which will tie into the fact that yes, Henry canonically, I guess, does cut himself, but like that idea for his death is so actually brutal. I could never try dying like that. Mike was going to be the one to kill Austin instead of Henry. I remember this one too. So in Mike's wiki, in the trivia section, it originally says that he was going to kill Austin instead of Henry due to how close he was to Jonathan, but the idea was scrapped due to it being like not plot-wise enough, which that kind of actually doesn't sound plot-wise. So yeah, Henry is suffering from severe anxiety and depression due to childhood trauma. This just explains itself. Henry is experiencing like depression and anxiety due to how his father was abusive when he was younger. So I'm just gonna say that because the entry explains itself. Holy shit, I'm finished with this entire iceberg. I've been wanting to make an iceberg video because the fact of how much and how many iceberg videos I've been watching, mainly Roblox ones. And because I haven't really seen a iceberg video on the We Deleted You. And yeah, go watch We Deleted You. It's a great series. I'm not forcing you to watch it, you know? Anyways, bye-bye.